thanks for tuning in to my YouTube for realness sake. I am so excited to be here today. Of course, I love to record. Y'all get to see me. Hey. And I really wanted to have this conversation with today's guest. If you're new to my YouTube, hey girl. As you know, for realness sake is all about real women empowerment. I don't know about you, but I've attended a few women empowerment events and I left feeling bad. Almost like I was being bullied, and I'm not here for that. So, for realness sake is all about real women empowerment, all about encouragement, inspiration, and that's what we're doing here today with my girl, Endia. Hey, Endia.
Hey, Kiara.
Ooh, I am so excited to have you. And I love that we went to high school together because it just gives me like this sense of familiarity, you know, and like real growth.
Yes.
So go ahead and tell the folks about yourself.
Well, hello, my name is Endia. I am a bartender, obviously. So I'm a bartender, god mommy, not yet a mommy, but god mommy, aunt, sister. Basically just a creative. I love creating and connecting with people. It's actually our thing right now, Connect and Create the A+ way, which is also my photography company, shameless plug. So yes, but just definitely love connecting like we are right now and meeting different people, networking and empowering for real.
For real. So before we get into this conversation, as y'all can see, we are set up for drinks.
Yes.
So Endia, why don't you go ahead and make us a drink while we kind of talk about what today's topic is.
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
So y'all, today we are going to be talking about Endia's journey. I mean, I don't know about you, but being almost 30, I'm 29. You're going to be 30 in May, right?
Yes.
So being 30 as a woman, we have grown through a lot of stuff. And I think that it's important for you to see a real woman who has gone through real things and has come out on the other side. Endia is an entrepreneur. Oh, I should have got some napkins too, because I'm sure.
Oh, I have some.
Okay,
I have some.
Tears.
I have
some,
yes.
But I think that with growing up and becoming a mature adult, there's a lot of things that we go through to get to that point.
Absolutely.
It doesn't happen just by waking up and turning 30 child. Like, it really does take a lot out of us to do that. And I'm so interested in hearing your story because I know you. And I was there for some of that. And just to see your growth now is honestly like... Girl.
I appreciate that because, oh my gosh. So, I don't know if I should mention it now, but you just told me a story about myself from high school that I'm like, who did I said that? Like, no, there's no way I did that to you, but.
Ooh. Okay, I'll tell them.
Please. Just like, I'm going to keep pouring a drink.
Okay. So one of the things that I found out, or I reminded Endia of while we were reconnecting, is that when we were kids, Endia tried to fight me. Like, she wanted to fight me.
Just go up for the gusto. Now tell them foolishly why.
Okay.
Just young and dumb.
So she was dating a guy at the time who will remain nameless. No free promo. And... I was his friend, and he was basically telling me that he didn't want to be with his girlfriend anymore. And so I was like, well, if you don't want to be with her, you know, don't be with her, child. Like, don't need, you know, we're in high school. It doesn't matter. Like, just leave her, find somebody else. So the guy went back and told Endia what I said. And I don't know how he said it to you, but
Me either.
But that got Endia so mad. She came to me after school, y'all. I think we were seniors, so this is back in 2009. She came to me after school and was like, I'm finna fight you. Like, I really want to fight you because you have my name in your mouth. Don't talk about my relationship. Don't give him no advice. This ain't that. You know, and I'm just, you know, if y'all haven't gathered
Whoa.
I'm just trying to get on the bus. Like, I have no idea. I was totally blindsided, and I just felt like, whoa, like, I'm gonna get beat up today, and I'm just gonna tell my mama, like, I got in a fight, and that was just gonna be that.
Which is so crazy because I'm really not a fighter either. So that tells me so much about myself back then that I was willing to step out of my comfort zone and become this other person for him. And he was trash.
We're here now.
Exactly.
We did it. Cheers.
We're here. We're over the foolishness.
And what is this drink?
So this is the Blue Limeade Fizz. It's on my signature menu with Barbies.
Oh, y'all.
Definitely a crowd favorite.
Oh.
That's why I had brought you this one. And I don't think you've ordered this one before. So
I don't think so.
I wanted to bring you something new.
Yes, because I do tend to
faithful customer, and that's my girl. Very loyal, very supportive.
Girl. So just even talking about how that growth happened with you. Talk about some of the things that you went through during that time and then how it kind of shaped you now. Like, what were you going through? You mentioned, like, not being in the best relationship and kind of, like, how that...
Right.
Yeah.
So with that, now that I'm older again, I would say, like we were discussing off camera before, back in high school, if I could tell myself anything, what would it be?
Yeah.
And it would be to not have a boyfriend all 4 years. Don't do it. Don't get tangled up into that, because I really feel like I didn't have any friends, and the friends that I had, I was constantly at odds with them because they was trying to tell me about him. Oh. Everybody been trying to. You wasn't the first person. You probably just was the tipping point where I was like, oh, they finna stop telling me about my man. So, I don't know how I up the strength to want to fight you. Oh my God, that sounds so ratchet.
Water under the bridge.
But yeah, so growing from a situation like that, you just have to realize, like, that person is not your everything. We were 17, 18 years old. I'm almost 30 now. That dude is nowhere near my life. He has nothing to do with anything I have had going on since high school. So to put him on a pedestal to where I felt like, I'm about to fight for you and I'm about to act out a character. I'm not gonna have no friends. You all I got. It's definitely, like, I'm so glad I got that out at 18. Yeah. 'Cause I know there are a lot of 30-year-old women still going through that.
Ooh, no shade, no tea.
No shade, but we gotta stop living for these men, live for ourselves.
Yeah, that's huge.
For real, we come first.
Exactly.
First.
Self-love, like we've talked about so many times, is such a huge thing for us women. Like, knowing when to say no, that's love.
That is
for
love,
you.
yes.
Like, I'm not going to continuously put myself in this situation where I'm going to continue to hurt myself.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Or I'm not going to overwhelm myself for you. I'm not going to try to squeeze you in at the end of the day. No, I'm busy. And if I get a chance later, I'll call you back and let you know what I can do for you. Yeah. Don't hold your breath waiting for that call.
You know what that is? That's confidence. That goes on with confidence in yourself. And I know as young girls, that's something that a lot of you have probably struggled with. I know I've struggled immensely with self-love and self-confidence. And I think that it wasn't until I became an adult, probably like 25, that I honestly started to love myself.
For sure.
And so when you think about self-confidence, what are some of the things that come up for you?
When I think about self-confidence, I just think about me having the will to put one foot forward, to keep moving in an upward direction. Don't give up. Don't drown in anybody else's shadow. It's so easy to be like, ooh, they doing this. Let me just join in with them. Let me see what they got going on. But there might not be room for you there. They already have their thing going on.
Okay, because that's a word.
Because that is a word. You can't just be inserting yourself to get your feelings hurt. That's basically what you're doing.
Yeah.
Find your own thing. Be the own captain of your own ship. And get it done on your own.
I love that. Don't insert yourself in places where there's no room for you. Make your own table.
Yes, make your own table, and you may provide seats for people. That's fine, but they fix their own plate.
Ooh, I love Endia. You are giving a
girl. Listen, still.
Now, speaking of making your own table, I mean, if this is any indication of what you've done for yourself, Barbies has become a whole brand. I would say a household name, especially in Tampa where we're at. And so, like, kind of walk us through that entrepreneurship, because along with having self-confidence, you got to be self-determined.
Yes, you have to fight through the stress, the tears, the losing friends, the judgment. people telling you like, oh, you just need to fill out an application. Like, why you don't have a job?
Ooh.
We want you to go on this trip with us, friend, but you don't work. You don't have no money. I've sent you this application twice. Why you didn't fill it out? Because I don't want to. And I'm not going to. I don't want to work there. And I'm okay missing a few things so that I could reach my goal.
Yes.
I don't want that temporary satisfaction. I want to be set for life. So
this is like hitting me like...
Listen, so just, brief background on Barbies. It was two of us when we started. It was me and who I call my baby mom, Cheyenne. Shout out to you. She's my godson's mom. Oh. So we went into business together initially, and there was no conflict between us. I had conflict with myself. And she was caught in the crossfire. So it was nothing to do with her. It was nothing that she had been doing wrong. It was none of that. It was me being fearful, inconfident, and feeling like I don't want you around me while I'm feeling this way. Let me do this myself so I can fail on my own. I don't want to be responsible for your failure too. So let me dismiss you from the business so that I can fall on my own. Because at this point, I'm not confident, right? This ain't finna be a thing. Like, I might mix a few drinks for a few people, and that's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be huge.
This is a word.
Listen, so just dismissing her was my way of being like, I don't know how this is gonna go. You have a family that you need to support. I don't know if I can help you to do that. So maybe you get a job. Maybe you do something that you know is gonna work for you. And I'll fall on my own. Like, that way I won't at least be responsible for both of us falling, Yeah. But fast forwarding to it actually being a very successful venture, I definitely invite her out to come work my events, a lot of times and stuff like that. Like, we had to kind of, I don't want to say rekindle because we never really fell out. It was just like something I was going through with myself.
You have to refresh.
And luckily, she's just an understanding person to where she was like, it's okay. I understand you have stuff going on. I have stuff going on. Like I said, she has a family. Yeah. I am trying to raise this baby. So, luckily, everything worked out as far as our relationship goes. And then as far as like the business woes of everything, just like coming up with packages. All of my drink recipes are original.
And they're good, y'all. Listen, do you see this?
They are all original. A lot of them I don't even taste initially because I feel like I would just be too drunk if I sit at home and just taste drinks. So sometimes I'll put a drink out there not knowing what it tastes like. And then I get the reviews and then I'm like, oh, okay, great, that worked.
Yeah.
Initially. Like, I was terrified. I don't know what I'm going to do. I done quit my job and I'm telling people, like, yeah, I quit. They're like, so what you going to do? I don't know.
Talk about that because that is sort of like
it's a thing. It's a phase.
What? Just even anytime you have to step out and do something that's totally
unfamiliar.
Yes, especially with family, right?
Yes.
Because when we talk about family, coming from a black family, or I would just say families in general, especially when it comes to, like, my mom's 47, right? And so her generation of women were like, go to school, get a job, work that job, retire.
Yes.
Get your retirement check.
Yes.
And,
and you go to that job every day.
Every day. And you don't be late.
Oh, my God. And you look decent when you get there.
Every day.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So I knew very, very early on that life was not for me. Reason being really is kind of petty, but I was working at Busch Gardens.
Girl, we all.
And I was going to say, who didn't work at Busch Gardens? Like, if you're from Tampa, that was your first job.
It's your rite of passage to work at Busch Gardens.
Yes. They're the people like that give you the experience that these other jobs are looking for. So I was working at Busch Gardens. I was a cashier. Obviously, like, very obvious mistake. I actually don't even think I made the mistake. So my coworker after me came and clocked in. She didn't change the register from her name to my name, or from my name to her name. So I was like $43 short, and she was like $43 over. Whatever it was exact. It was, you could tell it was a mistake of a push of a button. They fired both of us.
But it was exactly $43.
But so your money's not missing.
Excuse me.
The money's still there. So what's going on?
Oh, they was mad to be mad.
So after that, these jobs couldn't get nothing from me. Like, I've been trash ever since on a job. Like, seriously, I'm showing up when I feel like it because I know.
How old were you when you had?
Girl, I was like 19. It was real soon. It was early that I realized this. Like, I'm not doing this. So, like 18, 19 years old, I get fired from Busch Gardens, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to college. Because at first I wasn't going to. And I had no business going. We'll talk about that later. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go to college. That's what everybody's doing, right? That's what, you know. I know deep down my mama really want me to go. So I go to college, and I hate it. I don't like the schoolwork. I don't want to pay attention. I don't want to sit in the class. I don't want to wake up and do this. I don't. So guess what I started doing?
Going to work or skipping class.
Cause if you let me do your homework for $200, I'll make sure it's done. You can go party. I'll do your work, but let me get that cash though.
Hustler.
Like first quarter, and that's really where it started. And I had to tell my mom, cause she's like, you ain't asked me for no rent money in a while. You got a job? I'm like,
Kinda.
I kind of got something going on here. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, everybody homework but mine, so I'll be coming home soon. You know, we had to have that conversation, but, you know, I pretty much dropped out to do everybody else's work, but I was getting that cash, like, and I was living the way I wanted to live. You know, I have my car now. I don't have to ask my parents for gas money. I don't have to ask them for rent money. I can live independently.
The hustler spirit was already
in me, and I get it from my mom. So I feel like she's always kind of had an understanding for it where, you know, back then she was like, you know, I don't understand why you left school. But now she's like, girl, you did what was best for you. Like, it's fine. It's okay. And even then, she was like, okay, don't worry about it. We'll come get you. Like, let us know what day you want to pack up and you want to come home, because there's depression. Yes. There is anxiety. There's suicide. All that stuff is going on. My mom was like, nope, if you don't feel comfortable there, I'm coming to get you.
Wow. Go mom.
Exactly. Like, she's very attentive to our needs. And also, she's a hustler. Like, shout out to you, Mom, and my dad.
Yeah. I would say that, to me, is the ultimate, like, come-up story. because you started from, like, nothing. You tried different things, which is always important when you're trying to build a new business or just trying to figure out who you are and what you need as a person. Ooh, not seconds, y'all. Okay.
I do have a little bit left in there.
But it's, you know, it's important to know who you are and know what you're willing to accept and what you're not gonna do and what needs to be done. So you definitely did that. And like I said, Barbie's is amazing. I patronize as often as I can. Her drinks are not expensive or anything like that. One of the things that you mentioned that I wanted to continue to talk about is your sisterhood, right? You said friends, but I always consider my friends, especially the real ones, to be a part of my sisterhood. They're my family, you know? And so how important was your sisterhood while you were building this journey? Did you have to lose friends? Did you gain some friends? Did you kind of have to do some unconventional things to keep your friends or to meet new people? Tell us about that.
Both, actually. So I've lost some, I've gained some. Some of the friends I lost, like, I have to take responsibility for. So I'm a Taurus. I'm bullheaded. It's a lot of times like just can't nobody tell me nothing, and it's bad. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, and I had some of those wrong moments where I may have been snappy with people. Like, sometimes you just don't want to hear that. Like, it feels like somebody being non-supportive or bashing you or judging you when you're insecure. It's gonna feel like that when you're not confident in what you're doing. So I was going through that a lot. Like, I didn't want to take nobody's advice. I didn't want nobody in my business, really, like, literally. Don't ask me about my business. When it come out, it come out. When I'm ready, y'all will know. Like, don't ask me nothing. But there was a lot of people that was just really like, okay, you know, when you gonna get it started? And that to me was like triggering. I don't know. Leave me alone. I don't know. I might not do it this year.
Yes.
Leave me alone. Don't ask me that. Don't be, you know, don't be posting on Facebook that I'm starting a bartending company because I don't know if I'm ready.
Don't support me like that.
Exactly. They like, well, dang, my bad. I'm just trying to put you out there. Yeah, cause
Loki, don't support me, Loki.
Yeah, leave me alone. But when I put it out, support me. And then the friends that have been there through it all, love y'all so much. Like, those are the friends that was like, I know you gonna do this. I'm not gonna ask you no questions about it. Just let me know when you're ready. But I'm gonna buy something, but no pressure. Whenever you ready, Christina. Thank you, girl.
Hey, girl. And you want those women that are like 100% in your corner.
Yeah.
And I think there's growth in that too, especially with you gaining your own confidence and then saying, okay, y'all, like y'all can definitely support, y'all can definitely post and motivate because that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
that's all it was from the beginning. And me just being scared, like, no, don't say that yet. Don't post me. No, don't do that.